Hello friends, welcome to Tech Nuggets. In the previous lecture, we discussed about list in Python. Today we will cover what is tuple, tuples examples, then we will see its operations, list and tuple slicing, and then we will see difference between list and tuple. This is the most important question from interview perspective. So what is a tuple? Tuple is a built-in data type in Python. It is used to store immutable collection of items, which means in tuple you cannot modify the data. Now we will see different ways of creating a tuple. Tuple without parenthesis, tuple with parenthesis, empty tuple, and tuple with single element. For example, creating a tuple without parenthesis, t1, and then we are printing its value. Next, creating a tuple with parenthesis. T2 equals 456 and we are printing its value now. Next, empty tuple creation. This is the syntax to create an empty tuple. Next, creation of tuple with single element. Remember to add this comma. Now we will see how to access tuple elements. We can access tuple elements using indexing. For example, if we create a tuple which contains 5 elements, the index will be start from 0. So, to access the first element, you have to provide 0th index. Similarly, for accessing second element, 1 will be the index. It provides negative indexing also. To access last element, we use -1. And similarly, for second last element, we will be using -2 as index. Now let's see tuple operations. Tuple support only two methods, that is count and index. For example, if we create a tuple which contains elements 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, and we are trying to count the number of occurrences of 2, then we use count method. Next, if we want to know the index of 2, in that case we will use index method. It will provide first occurrence of 2. Now we will see list and tuple slicing. The syntax is we have to provide start index, stop index, and the index will be increased by the step value. Tuple slicing in Python works similarly to list slicing. You can use the same syntax to access a subset of element from a tuple. For example, if we create a list whose start index is 1 and stop index is 5, then it will slice the value from index 1 to index 4. It will take the stop value as n minus 1 and the step value by default will be 1 if we don't provide any value. For example, if we create a list which contains values from 1 till 9, and if we try to print the values with basic slicing of start index as 2 and stop index as 7, then it will print from the index 2 till index 7 minus 1, that is 3 to 7. Next example is slicing with step value. For example, if we print the value with start index as 2, stop index as 7, and step value will be 2, then index will be incremented by 2 and it prints the value as 357. Next example where we are omitting the stop value. So it will take the starting index as 5 and it will go till the last. It will print the value from index 5 till last. Next example where we are omitting the start value and we are providing the stop index as 5. So it will start the value and go till index 5 minus 1. Next example where we are omitting both start and stop value. So it will print the values from starting index and go till the last index. Same examples we'll see with tuple slicing. For example, if we create a tuple which contains the same elements, and if we provide the slicing of the tuple with basic indexing as start index as 2 and stop index as 7, then it will print the same result. Similarly, with start index as 2, stop index as 7, and step value as 2. Next, omitting the stop value. Next, omitting the start value and just provide the stop value. And lastly, omitting both start and stop value. Now we will see the difference between list and tuple. The first is list is mutable while tuples is immutable. List can be modified after the creation. You can add or remove the elements from the list. But once tuple is created, it cannot be modified. You cannot add, remove, or change elements from the tuple. Next, for creation of the list, you have to use square bracket. But for the creation of tuples, you have to use parentheses. Next is performance. Due to their mutability, lists generally have a bit more overhead compared to tuples. Tuples are more efficient in terms of performance due to their immutability. Next is use case. List is generally used where we have dynamic collections, while tuple is used for fixed collections. For example, use list when you need a collection of items that can change over time, such as when you need to add, remove, or modify elements. While tuples are used where data is not changing. We basically use tuples as a dictionary keys. Hope you understood the concept of tuples. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to Tech Nuggets for more insightful content.